I'd like to speak to your value core and ask what matters to you most and why.
I think that I had an unfortunate channeling device. I was better at figuring things out than I was at everything else. I was never going to succeed as a movie star or as an athlete or as an actor or something. And I early got the idea that, partly from my family, my grandfather in particular, whose name I bore, had the same idea, that really your main duty is to become as rational as you could possibly be. I mean, rationality was just totally worshipped by Judge Munger and my father and others. And since I was good at that and no good at anything else, I was steered in something that worked well for me. But I do think rationality is a moral duty. That's the reason I like Confucius. He had the same idea all those years ago. And I think Berkshire is sort of a temple of rationality. What's really admired around Berkshire is somebody who sees it the way it is. Wouldn't you agree with that, Warren?
Yeah,
more than anything, more than energy.
You better see it
the
way it is. Yeah. You better see it the way it is. Yeah.
You see it the way it is. And so that's the way I did it. But that goes beyond a technique for amassing wealth. To me, that's a moral principle. I think if you have some easily removable ignorance and keep it, it's dishonorable. I don't think it's just a mistake or a lack of diligence. I think it's dishonorable to stay stupider than you have to be. And so that's my ethos. And I think you have to be generous because it's crazy not to be. We're a social animal and we're tied to other people.
Well, I would say, it doesn't sound very noble, but what matters to me most now, and probably has for some time, I mean, there are things that matter that you can't do. I mean, there are things that matter that you can't do anything about. I mean, in terms of health and the health of those around you and all of that. But actually, what matters to me most is that Berkshire does well. That basically, I'm in a position where we've probably got 1 million or more people that are involved with us, and it just so happens that it's enormously enjoyable to me, so I can rationalize the activity. But I would not be happy if Berkshire were doing poorly. That doesn't mean whether the stock goes down or whether the economy has a bad year. But if I felt that we weren't building something every year that was better than what we had the year before, I would not be happy. I get this enormous fun out of it, and I get to work with people I like.
But that's very important. The truth of the matter is, it's easy for somebody like Warren or me to lose a little of our own money because it doesn't matter that much. But we hate losing somebody else's. And that's a very desirable attitude to have in a civilization. Don't you hate losing Berkshire money?
Yeah, that would be the only thing that would keep me up at night.
Yeah.
We won't do it. We can lose money on individual things. Obviously, we can have bad years in the economy, and we can have years where the stock market goes down a lot. That doesn't bother me in the least. What bothers me is if I do something that actually costs Berkshire in terms of its long-term value, then I feel I do not feel good about life on that day. But we can avoid most of that, fortunately. We do get to pick our spots. We're very fortunate in that respect.
Well, a good doctor doesn't like it when the patient dies on the table either, Not a new thought.